As Tuesday's trade deadline approached, many questioned which direction the Padres would take. But ultimately, San Diego's front office believed the team's potential could still be fulfilled. New faces have arrived to bolster the roster, and with just 8 weeks remaining, the Padres know a late-season surge is critical to earn their way into the playoffs. High drive, deep left field. Man, oh man, oh Manny! Among the teams standing in their way is their nemesis from up north, the LA Dodgers. Once again, sitting atop the NL West, LA continues to prove their experienced lineup is among the league's very best. Mookie mashed! Inside the Padres clubhouse, the belief remains strong, but time is their enemy. As the clock is ticking on their push to the playoffs, Dodgers and Padres begins next. Welcome to San Diego, America's finest city, where it's party in the park. And it's game 1 of 4 between the rival Los Angeles Dodgers and the San Diego Padres from Petco Park. Juan Soto since the All-Star break, 8 homers, 23 runs batted in. That leads Major League Baseball. Welcome inside the broadcast booth, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo along with Mark Grant. Welcome to Padres Baseball, presented by Major League Baseball. Well, the Padres fresh off taking 2 out of 3 from the Colorado Rockies, and their offense was very good. In fact, the Padres offense has been very good since the calendar turned to July.
Everybody was getting into the act at the Mile High City, and hopefully they pack that offense with the equipment on that charter back to San Diego because they need to get it done at sea level. So the Padres power surge, yes, since July 1st, as Donnie mentioned, when you're 1st through 4th, you're doing something great. The record, awesome. This is what they need to do. The home runs, they will come. But I love the OPS with runners in scoring position. That was the thing through early in the season where they could not drive in runners. Everything's come to fruition right now. So the Dodgers, yeah, their pitching staff has been rough lately, especially the starters. So if they can get to the starters for the Dodgers early, that's a good thing for San Diego.
So the Dodgers are in the top spot in the National League West again, and it's been about their offense, especially their big 4.
I'll tell you what, these 4 are dangerous. And right off the get-go in the lineup tonight, you're going to get Betts and Freeman. But then you look at the way Dave Roberts constructs a lineup. He can put Martinez in there and Muncy. Those guys are on the bench. So the OPS, home run, RBI, yes, very, very tough to contend with. That's why they're scoring over 6 runs a game since July 1st. Second in Major League Baseball. Tough lineup.
Padres have work to do if they're going to get to the postseason again this year, and today they were dealt some bad news. Joe Musgrove.
According to the Padres, very bad news. Joe Musgrove at least 3 weeks out. We know how integral he is to the rotation. Joe Musgrove is a gamer, so it's next guy up. This is why you need depth in the rotation, Donnie. They need to pick it up.
Next guy up tonight is Yu Darvish, looking to do what he did to the Dodgers earlier this year.
Well, Yu Darvish last time out really bounced back from a tough outing, so you know that it's in him. And with this Dodger team, they really like to hit the breaking ball. They've got good OPS and they've got good batting average, so it's his second look. Early in the season, May 5th, hey, maybe the city connects are a good thing, right? 6 2/3, only 4 hits, 1 earned run. We know one thing, if he's hitting his spots, Yu Darvish is tough to hit.
Coming up, welcome to San Diego. The new additions to the Padres roster are all together tonight for the first time. Bob Scanlon with more when we return to San Diego.
This 4-game set against the Dodgers. As you can see, the Padres have some work to do. They're 4 games out of a wild card spot, but he, along with another newcomer, Garrett Cooper, will introduce themselves to the Padre fans for the first time and get their first taste of this Padres-Dodgers rivalry. The good news is they are both veterans. They both have some playoff experience as well. Here's Bob Melvin and Garrett Cooper on the contributions they might be able to add.
Yeah, 2 quality experienced bats. So, whether it's pinch hitting, whether it's, rotating the DH spot, both guys can play first base as well. I think also looking at G-Man Choi's numbers pinch hitting, we've had a little trouble pinch hitting here as far as our numbers go, and these guys had a lot of success. So maybe guys a little bit more capable in that area as well.
I think all sorts of things. DH, first base, face lefties, come off the bench, whatever they need. I think this is my 7th year up here, and you kind of just attack each day, whatever the team needs. And I've been through the ringer in Miami, where I've gone through some bad years, and You know, we've had some losing seasons, so it's nice to come over here and, you know, this is a winning culture and, you know, hopefully get back to the playoffs this year.
Welcome to the Padres. Now it's time to beat LA. The battle is on. Juan Soto, Manny Machado, and crew will try to give Yu Darvish some run support. Padres, Dodgers, first pitch coming up next. Stay with us.
So partner of the San Diego Padres by Sequan Casino Resort, the official casino partner of the San Diego Padres. Sequan Casino Resort, make it yours. And by Jack in the Box. Score a free jumbo jack from Jack in the Box after a Padres home run. Welcome back to Petco Park as Yu Darvish makes his way to the hill. Padres in their City Connect uniforms tonight. Game 1 of this 4-game wraparound series between the Padres and the Los Angeles Dodgers from San Diego. Let's check out the Dodgers lineup for Dave Roberts, brought to you by Appliance Alley. Mookie Betts top of the order. He is at second base with Freddie Freeman at first. Will Smith does the catching. David Peralta the DH with Jason Hayward in right field. Chris Taylor starts at third base with James Outman in center. Ahmed Rosario is at shortstop batting eighth, and Kike Hernandez back in a Dodgers uniform, coming over from Boston to be a Dodger again. On the mound for your Friars is Yu Darvish.
Well, it should be an exciting weekend downtown San Diego as the veteran right-hander Yu Darvish makes his 20th start, trying to have that ERA creep down below 4.5. He's thrown 107 innings, more strikeouts, and he's a strike thrower, although a couple of outings was kind of wild in the zone, giving up 4 home runs, but he bounced back after that outing. And something that the defense does, or they catch the ball, Donnie, the defense for the San Diego Padres.
You know, in behind him, it's Soto, Grisham, and Tatis Jr. from left to right across the outfield. In the infield, Manny Machado, Xander Bogaerts, Ha-Sung Kim, and Jake Cronenworth, with Luis Campusano doing the catching for Yu Darvish. Let's check out the keys to the game.
All right, plain and simple. Game 1, Dodgers, Padres, 1 of 4. Darvish delivers against his old team, the Dodgers, and also bring that mile-high offense back to Petco Park here at home. We are ready to go for game 1 as Mookie Betts for the Dodgers steps up to home plate. Stepping up to the mic with the play-by-play is the voice of the San Diego Padres, Don Orsillo. Donnie?
Thanks very much, Mudley. Here we go. Game 1 of 4 between the Padres and the Dodgers. Yu Darvish dealing with Mookie Betts to start the evening. First pitch of this one. Just missed, a little bit high for ball 1. Now the Dodgers have won each of the last 5 games against the Padres. They have outscored the Padres 19-7 during that stretch. And the Dodgers coming off a 3-game sweep of the Oakland A's. Here's a base hit to the left side. So a base hit for Mookie Betts, and it brings up Freddie Freeman. He's on fire right now.
And you know what, Freddie Freeman, this should not surprise us as baseball fans. You know, you look at this video of him, he's using the whole field. He's done that his whole career. These are Major League Baseball rankings, folks. Second in the top 4, tied for 4th in runs batted in. He's got a great eye at the plate. He's got power. He can hit for average. Scores runs, gets on base. The other Dodgers drive him in. He's just a burr in the saddle against a lot of teams. Well, if they can keep him quiet, kind of like their chances for the Padres.
41, 22 homers, 76 runs batted in 107 games so far. Year 2 in LA. A snap throw to first, and back safely is Betts. He always takes a very large lead. And Campusano, with that front door closed, tried to pick him off at first base.
Yeah, the main thing you're concerned about is airmail in this one down the line, but a little stretch right there by Jake, preventing that ball from going down the right field line.
Lead is huge. It's past the cutout. And a soft liner caught by Machado for out number 1. Seemed to get him tied up.
That's a really good pitch to a really good hitter. Did not get Freeman extended right there. Big out.
So 1 out. Betts at first, and here is Will Smith. Catcher who checks in hitting at 273. He's been batting 3rd in this very good order for the Dodgers most of the year. Inside out swing sent foul down the right field line, out of play. Padres head into this series 9 games back of the Dodgers in the division. 4 games back of the final wild card spot, with the Reds, Marlins, Cubs, and Diamondbacks in their way currently. Just missed off the outside edge. And certainly the news today about Joe Musgrove, not good, Mud.
That hurts. That hurts big time. Joe out at least 3 weeks. At least 3 weeks. Shoulder issues. We know how important he is in that rotation. The bulldog that he is wants the ball. So as we mentioned off the top, it's a matter of next guy up, and that's why you need to be deep in the rotation. So we wish Joe well. I know that he's ticked off about it, but like we talk about all the time, Donnie, injuries, you can't control that, right? It happens to everybody.
Totally out of your control, and he is hopeful to get back before the end of the season. 1-2 pitch coming up here to Smith, with Betts at first, and a grounder softly hit to Kim. He's got one player. It's at first, and he doesn't get him. So I was going to say it's going to be close, but the call at first is safe by John Bacon, the first base umpire. See if the Padres are going to challenge this. They are. The only question mark is
safe at first base. San Diego's challenge.
First inning part of it is gives you somewhat of a brief pause, but not the case. And he's out.
Yeah.
That's going to get overturned.
Well, the one thing I look at, I think Jake could, if he stretched a little bit more towards the ball, because he was kind of upright over the bag a little bit, stretching out a little bit more would have been more clearly out. But yeah, bottom line is he's out. At least that's what we see.
After review, the call on the field is overturned. The runner is out. San Diego retains their challenge.
So Will Smith retired 4-3. Kim was pretty sure he got him, and he did. So 2 down. Betts moves into scoring position. David Peralta, the former Arizona Diamondback, standing in on the left side and batting in the cleanup spot right now for the Dodgers.
Donnie, every time I see David Peralta, if it was in the Diamondback uniform, he's just one of those guys that always gives you fits, it seems like. Puts together good at-bats, right?
Well, he gives Darvish fits. 10 for 26 against you. 3 home runs off you, Darvish, in his career. Fly ball headed to left field. Soto has it sized up, and he'll make the catch and ends the inning. Padres coming up in San Diego. Where the Dodgers don't score in the first. Padres coming up in the bottom of the first inning. Let's check out their starting lineup. Cam is at second, Tatis in right, Soto in left with Machado at third, Bogaerts at shortstop with Cronenworth at first, Choi in his first game with the Padres at DH. Campusano does the catching, Grisham in center. On the mound is Bobby Miller for LA. And ready to work here to Ha-Sung Kim. Popped up foul, off to the right, out of play.
Well, you're going to see an easy 99-100 from Bobby Miller, 24-year-old out of Louisville. The Dodgers have used 14 different starters this season, and he's getting work at the big league level. Big kid, big frame, first rounder back in 2020. And quite frankly, the starting rotation for the Dodgers has been the Achilles heel for the Blue this season.
Kim running a 9-game hitting streak at 467 during the streak, but he goes around. Last 40 games, he was hitting at 358 with 10 home runs, and he definitely went.
That was a good curveball right there by Miller.
That second strike, Kim taking his timeout. There are the overall numbers for Kim: 284, 15 homers, and 41 runs batted in. A soft liner into right field, a base hit for Kim. Make it a 10-game hitting streak for Kim and a leadoff single in the bottom of the first inning.
That's what a leadoff hitter should do. You know, you get a couple strikes on you, and we've seen this many, many times. Pitches out of the zone, just making contact. That's a little lob wedge onto the green, and he's putting for birdie. Find a way on. The walk. Who says you got to square it up? Good way to start for Kim and the Padres.
It's a leadoff single. Here is Fernando. As a leadoff hitter, Kim now at .436 on base percentage. That's all you can ask of your leadoff hitter on a daily basis, and he is getting it done, getting on base. Sets a table here for Fernando.
Wow.
101, but away.
That's an easy 101. Yep, Bobby Miller. 6'5", 220. That's a keeper.
High fly ball, deep left center field. Over goes Outman at the wall. He leaps and makes the catch. Back to first goes Kim. One of the deepest parts of the yard, and Fernando just missed.
What a great play by Outman. Here's the pitch. It's a four-seamer up. Fernando out in front of it just a little bit, but gives it a ride. Great timing by Outman to make the spectacular catch. Wow.
Bobby Miller certainly appreciates that. Outman with the very good catch, and here is Juan Soto. We'll take a look at a strike. Last 12 games, Soto hitting at .386. 277 overall, 23 homers, 70 runs batted in.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I don't know much about Bobby Miller, but you learn quickly as you go along. You just use the slide step right there. I mean, that's telling you something. Want to be quick to the plate with Kim at first base. You never know what they want to do. The Padres put the runner in motion, but landed a nice pitch there with the slide step as well.
Miller with 6 wins coming in, 5th most among major league rookies. And he started really well. 3-0 with a 0.78 ERA. Just 2 earned runs in his first 23 innings pitched. But since then, not as good. 3-2 with a 6.63 ERA. And the Dodgers, of course, were hopeful to add more starting pitching with all the injuries that their rotation has had to endure this year. Could not talk Eduardo Rodriguez into dropping his no trade. They did pick up Lance Lynn, though, which was a very good pickup for the Dodgers.
I've always liked Lance Lynn. Fire strikes. He gives you the fastball. He locates the fastball. You know what you're going to get.
Soto shuffle, full count.
And as we mentioned, with the way the state of the rotation for the Dodgers, I think Lynn is the perfect fit to give you innings, veteran presence.
Soto just exercised his timeout. Three-two pitch. And a throw down to second base on strike 3 is not in time, but we'll see if the Dodgers are going to challenge this as Soto strikes out. Goes looking. Rosario thought he got him. And the Dodgers are challenging.
Call on the field is safe at second base.
Oh, I think
Los
he's out.
Angeles
See his
is
hand come off
challenged.
the bag?
He's off.
Yep. His right hand came off and his left hand was yet to touch the bag. And a nice job of keeping that tag on him.
So our second challenge already of this game.
Watch how his left hand touches the bag. Now it comes off, and his right hand nowhere near it. Jury is still out. This might give us a good look here. Right hand on. Right hand comes off. Left hand not intact.
No, he's actually tagging that left hand.
Yeah.
Maybe touching his wrist, not the glove, which would be a problem.
Yeah. See if they take that in consideration.
Opponents 53 out of 61 in stolen bases against Will Smith. And they are taking a very long look at this, so they may be wondering the same thing.
Yeah, that one look right there clearly indicated his wrist.
And Asani, the crew chief, waiting to hear back. Now check out the wrist.
After review, the call on the field stands. The runner is safe. Los Angeles loses their challenge.
Wow.
You got to tag him with the glove, not the wrist, right?
Yep.
Hey, you know what? That's what we saw, and that's a good call.
How about Dave's chair? I don't think I've seen managers sit in a chair before like that off to the side. Huh. What if he brought it with him? Yeah. Very comfortable.
Yeah,
Looks very comfortable.
Yeah.
Wow. I have not seen that before. So 2 down. Kim's got himself stolen base in scoring position. Here's Manny Machado. .258 with 20 homers, 62 runs batted in for Manny.
Well, that 101 is, yeah, it's got some giddy up, but it looks pretty straight.
Almost got away. Nice play by Will Smith to the backhand. Miller suffered just his second loss of the year last Friday. He allowed 3 runs in 5 innings in a 6-5 loss to the Cincinnati Reds. Of course, the Padres coming off taking 2 out of 3 from the Rocks in Denver. Padres have been an NL best 17-10 since the start of July.
And they need to keep it going, right? 600
Absolutely.
baseball.
It's what it's going to take at the very least to get back into the postseason. Machado with a swing and a miss. He was swinging 3-0.
And that pitch there is in Manny's nitro zone. Up a little bit, middle in. We know that Manny can turn on it. Might take a pitch or two, maybe an at-bat to gauge that 101, but looked like he was pretty much on it. Just working underneath it.
Takes it the other way. Hayward moves over and makes the catch. A late lunge by Jason Hayward to rob Manny Machado and the Padres. Done with 1 without a score.
Inning of work. Let's take a look at our StatCast powered by Google Cloud. Yu Darvish went to work against the Rangers in his last outing. 9 punch-outs, and look, 7 of those strikeouts came on fastballs. He used the 2-seam and the 4-seam heater. He went right after the Rangers with the hard stuff. Why is that significant? Well, if you look at the Dodgers, they're hitting .259 on the fastball this year. That is 23rd in all of Major League Baseball. And guys, we talk so much about the off-speed pitches by Yu Darvish, and they're excellent, no question about it. But I think sometimes we and hitters forget just how effective his fastball can be as well. Great example of it was that fastball in on the hands of Freddie Freeman in that first inning. Guys, that could be a big weapon for him again tonight.
Well, Scan, so far so good here against the Dodgers, and in his first outing in May, pitched very well against LA. Of course, used to pitch for the Dodgers, and deals with Jason Hayward to begin things here in the second inning. Hayward, Taylor, and Outman.
You know, when I think of Yu Darvish, that cut fastball in particular, there's that one little area into a left-handed hitter from the righty Darvish that if he gets it in, it's about the size of a shoebox. And if he's consistently in that area, he's going to tie up some hitters. And then they get aware of that. That's when he can put the four-seamer up and away to get him for the swing and miss. It becomes a guessing game when Yu Darvish is on his game, I think.
6 shutout innings with 9 strikeouts, 4-0 win against the Dodgers. Popped up third base way. Manny Machado into foul ground. 1 down. Time now for our Kia player profile. 11 career starts against the Dodgers, 68 2/3 innings, an ERA of 2.36. Dodgers hit at 167 against him. The whip under 1. Just 18 walks to 88 strikeouts. He's 4-5 record-wise in 11 career starts. 10 starts for the Padres against the Dodgers. For Yu Darvish, Chris Taylor getting a start at third base today. 219, 12 homers, 35 runs batted in for 75 games of the year. And he will pepper this one foul off to the right out play. Oh, 2 slap foul to the screen. No 2 pitch to Taylor. And a swing and a miss. Yu Darvish picks up his first K of the night.
Well, there's a lot going on right here. Non-fastballs. There's the breaky ball, the knuckle curve, swing and miss. Chris Taylor, a lot of swings and misses. He will strike out quite a bit. A big second out for Yu Darvish.
2 down here in the second. 5 in a row now retired by Darvish. There's James Outman, who made a great catch to rob Fernando Tatis Jr. Let's take a look at a strike. Another one. 0-2.
Got the call below the knees right there. That's as a pitcher, you know you can expand. You don't have to throw him a strike. Hey, if you throw it there again, you get the ball called, but hey, the hitter might swing at it.
High drive, deep right field. It's back, and it's gone. James Outman connects on his 13th home run of the year, and the Dodgers strike first on top 1-0.
Well, this one really hurts because it's 0-2. Got him in the hole. You don't have to throw him a strike, and this is just a miss.
Whoa.
That's up out of the zone, but hey, you know what? You put it in your scouting report. Outman likes the ball up. Just didn't get it up enough.
Now Rosario will take a ball, missing inside.
Kid's got a nice swing.
I'm surprised he was able to get up there to do that. Rosario coming over from the Guardians, part of the Noah Syndergaard deal. Popped up, shallow center. Kim, the second baseman on the outfield lawn, will make the catch. That ends the inning, but the Dodgers strike first on the home run by James Outman. It's 1-0 LA. The Padres, we go to the last of the second. Well, perfect for the Beecher Padres game. You won't want to miss this straw hat giveaway presented by SDG&E. Be one of the first 40,000 fans on Monday, August 7th, when the Padres host the Dodgers at 1:10. To get yours, secure your seats at Padres.com/giveaways.
It's a great item. Makes a great gift. Make sure you come out and get yourself one.
It looks fantastic on you. I have to say that it just fits you perfectly.
It's very nice. This is when I go out and walk butter in the neighborhood. I protect myself from the sun.
Very nice. You can take it to the beach, as we said.
Yeah.
I know you don't like the beach, but maybe you'd like it more if you had this.
If there's shade, I don't mind the beach.
Create your own shade. Bring your straw hat.
And be sure to wear your sunscreen, please.
Bogarts will ground one right side into right field, a base hit. Padres second straight inning, the lead runner on.
Well, we've seen so many times this season, Xander Bogaerts. Yes, early in the count, you get that free swing, off speed, middle in, turn on it. But Xander, that one's pretty much the stride and then upper body, level swing. It takes that pitch, the sweeper, the other way, just out of the reach.
Bogarts at first to begin things in the second inning. Padres trying to answer the Outman home run. And here is Cronenworth. Strike one. 221 to start the night for Jake. 8 homers, 40 runs batted in. Fouled off to the left, out of play. Score a free jumbo jack from Jack in the Box after a Padres home run. Cronenworth with 6 extra base hits in his last 12 games. And the last 12 games hitting at .326. Line off the bag, fair ball down the right field line. Bogarts headed for third, Cronenworth to second. It's a double for Jake. Right off the bag and into right.
He stayed on that breaky ball nicely. That's the swing on the off-speed pitch. Right off the pillow. Boy, if that's a sign of things to come. Jake Cronenworth is happy about it. Strong to the pull side on that curveball. Padres got action.
Ji-Man Choi's first AB. He was hitting at .205 with 6 homers, 11 runs batted in this year. Before the trade to the Padres at the trade deadline, and part of now a platoon DHing. Last 2 years against lefties, 1 home run against right-handers, 16, and 50 runs batted in there with the right-hander.
Well, I was just about to say, hunt the fastball. That's 100, and I mentioned it before, it's a straight fastball. I mean, if he's wild in the zone, yes, big league hitters, they like that. They will turn it around after a couple of gauging that heater.
Part of the deal, it saw Rich Hill come to San Diego as well. It's just here, just at a home run. In fact, his last home run was against the Padres. The Pirates uniform. There's Rich. The group all together in the house for the first time.
Garrett Cooper, Matt Carpenter there joining in on the conversation. Can't wait to watch Rich Hill twirl toe the slab as a Padre.
Cooper can play first, can play third, but it looks like he'll be DHing in this platoon along with Choi. 2-2 to Choi. That's ball 3. Interesting, too, Bob Melvin talking about Troy's really good numbers as a pinch hitter, so we could be seeing a lot of them late in games.
Hey, benches and bullpens, man. That's what wins you ball games down the stretch. And in the playoffs, you need that big hit. You bet.
Swing and a miss, and Troy strikes out. First strikeout, or second strikeout for Bobby Miller. First out of the second inning.
Fastball up. That one's got a little run to it. Well, that's tough to get on top of there. Troy a little late on that one.
So 1 out, second and third for Luis Campusano. Big spot here for the Padres, trying to get to Miller. And a pitch, a miss for ball one. Runners in scoring position. Last 6 games, Padres have been getting it done. 319. And Campusano at 278 for the season with runners in scoring position. The home road splits for Miller, better on the road than he is at Dodger Stadium, where he has a 5.85 ERA at Chavez Ravine, 2.63 everywhere else, and the whip just over 1 on the road.
Boy, that's significant.
Foul back, 1-2. Straightens him up with a pitch up and in, a curveball. Didn't really curve much. Kind of spun its way up there. Working with Bogaerts at third, Cronenworth at second, 1 out. The Padres second. Tap foul, stays alive.
So we've seen the sinker, the four-seamer, the curveball. That last pitch there, it was a slider from Bobby Miller.
Popped up. Foul ground. Smith calling and catching out number 2. So the Padres have runners at second and third, nobody out. And very quickly, there are now 2 outs, and those runners still at second and third. And that'll bring up Trent Grisham, batting out of the 9 spot for the Padres. .210, 11 homers, 34 runs batted in for Grisham.
See if Trent gets a good fastball in the zone early. Nope. Not a bad pitch there. High curveball, called a strike.
Yeah, he didn't agree with the strike call. Dan Iasanya, the crew chief, calling the balls and strikes tonight. Tardy on that, and it is 1-0-1 again. So he got the fastball, but he was late.
We've seen anywhere from 99 to 101 from Miller.
Fouls the 1-0-1 back. Runners in scoring position. Grisham 1 for his last 10. Overall 225 with runners in scoring position on the year. Bats with Bogaerts at third, Cronenworth at second, 2 down in the Padres' second inning. Fly ball center field. Outman going back onto the track to make the catch. Grisham gives it a ride, but he's out number 3. 1-0 LA through 2.
Went in and found, some injury to the capsule, which is, a pretty significant part of the shoulder that leads to a lot of bad things. So, every part of me wants to go out there and throw, but, everything's telling us that we need to just step back and give it some rest. We saw multiple doctors, got every opinion we could, and everyone was pretty consistent in saying that 3 weeks is about what you need to at least give it a chance to come back. So.
That's Joe Musgrove explaining to the media after it was announced that he would be missing 3 weeks with an injury to his capsule, as Joe was explaining. Now, a little bit of history. He did have some achiness in the shoulder for the previous couple of outings, and that's not totally unnormal for a big league pitcher, right? But in his last outing, after going 6 innings, allowing no runs against the Texas Rangers, Ruben Niebla noticed he just wasn't recovering quite the same. Now, Joe was ready to go out and pitch on Wednesday as normal, but Ruben Niebla and the organization stepped in and said, Joe, let's be cautious here. They went and got the MRI, found out that it wasn't just inflammation for a cortisone shot, but indeed a little bit of injury to that capsule area. Now, the question has come up, of course, were those injuries that he had previously with his feet and the jammed AC joint that he had while he was coming back on rehab, those possibly contribute to the condition now? Who knows? Nobody knows. The important thing is the Padres and the doctors are hopeful and confident that 3 weeks rest will get him back on track. And guys, we know how important he is on the mound and as a leader in that clubhouse.
It's a big blow.
Sure it is.
There's no doubt about that.
Every time Joe took the ball, right, you know what you're going to get. He's prepared as anybody. He was in shape, ready to go. He'll give you quality starts, kept you in the ball game. That's a big void.
Had the chance to talk to him for a while today. This one is out towards deep right center field. On the run is Fernando. Oh, he made the catch. Fernando Tatis Jr. says no. Who's going to run a while and then lunge to rob Mookie Betts.
2/3 of the earth is covered by water. The other third by Fernando Tatis Jr. Did you see the look on Yu's face after this catch? Look at him. He's like, really?
Strike call. Freddie Freeman now with 2 down in the inning. That's 15 games. The OPS over 1,400. 5 home runs. And a soft grounder back to Darvish. Now that's an inning. It's a 6-pitch inning for you, Darvish. What a catch by Fernando. What a very long way to make the grab. Still 1-0 LA. It's time for our bobblehead coming up. Get ready to slap some cheese on it. Purchase a special theme game ticket on Thursday, August 17th and Friday, August 18th versus the Diamondbacks. Receive a limited edition Don and Mud talking bobblehead. Visit Padres.com/theme games to get yours. You got to get a theme game ticket.
Hey, Donnie, I must say, we've talked about this before. It's going to be a great night. I am humbled. I am honored to be sitting next to you, not only here, but also here.
I do like the bobblage.
Yeah, and this thing is really put together well.
Yeah, solid.
It is. It's heavy. It'll look great on your desk, and to annoy everybody at work, you can hit the button. So it'll sound great in the office.
It talks. It's a great item for your mantle as well. If you got a fireplace.
Yeah.
It's very nice, and it sits perfectly right on there.
Is it still going?
Yeah, it's still talking. I think it's over.
There's the speaker in between us right there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Through the left side into left field. Kim with a base hit. Two for 2 is Ha-Seong Kim. Well, Fernando coming up. Let's check out the T-Mobile coverage cam.
Tremendous coverage in center field by Outman. He goes up, possibly a home run, snatches it back. Tell you what, Fernando into the right center field gap, a long run extension there to haul that one in. Some great defense on both sides of the scorecard tonight early.
Top foul. You know, Kim got a 101-mile-an-hour pitch that he turned around, got a base hit through the left side. And he hit it 102, so it came in 101, went out 102.
Tell you what, the kid is adjusting, and the numbers prove it. He's doing great in the leadoff spot. Whoa.
Fernando spins out of the way. That was not the 101. It was a changeup at 87. So that's pretty good. 14 miles an hour difference between the fastball and the changeup. And almost got his hand.
Get out of the way there. Oof.
Keep an eye on Kim at first. Already has a stolen base in this game. There's a pop up the right side, and moving in, Betts calling off Freeman, and he'll make the catch for out number 1. Fernando retired. So this is our first look really at Mookie playing the infield. He has been doing a lot of that this year. He's played short, he's played second. He loves it. He loves the action of being back in the infield. This is the way he came up. He came up as a second baseman initially in Boston, but of course at the time they had Dustin Pedroia, so he went to the outfield and became a Gold Glove outfielder.
What does that tell you? He's just a great athlete.
Yes.
Anywhere you put him.
Kim goes, the pitch, a strike. He is safe. Throw actually hits Kim.
Really good jump. Head first slide, and the ball gets him in the rib cage. He is safe, thinking about it. Oh yeah, that's right in the ribs. Yep.
24 stolen bases. It's the most for a Padre since 2018. Travis Jankowski at 24.
Freddie.
One out, Kim at second base. And an 0-1 to Juan Soto. And he's the heart and hustle representative for the Padres. Every team has one. He'll be an overall winner.
Perfect. That.
Yep.
He got that.
7-game hitting streak coming in for Soto. Struck out looking in the first inning.
Oof.
Swing a foul tip. Two stolen bases ties Kim's season high to the back April 26th at Chicago. And the throw was 81.2 miles per hour to the ribs.
Might leave a mark.
I think some of the numbers are, it's too much in some instances, but I really like catch probability.
Yeah, I do too, yeah.
So he got the catch probability on Mookie Betts' line drive that was caught by Fernando. 25% was the catch probability.
He can go get him, man. Fernando taking away extra bases. Highway robbery.
Soto shuffle, full count. Kim at second, one away. Dodgers have a 1-0 lead. Padres have had their chances after runner at second in the first, left runners at second and third in the second inning. Now Kim's at second as Soto strikes out looking. He thought it was ball 4. He's going to say some stuff to Dan Iasagna, but it did appear to be a low strike. That's a third strikeout for Miller. Second time Soto's down by way of the K.
Looked like it lit up. Down and in. Most certainly did right there. Smith does a nice job of sticking that one. That's the curveball at 82.
So the Padres are now 1 for 9 with runners on base. 2 down in the third for Manny. Line to right field in the first inning. In the spot with 2 outs and runners in scoring position at 262, 16 RBIs, 1 home run. Strike one. .56 pitches to this point of the game for Miller through 2 2/3 innings. 2.
That's some fuzz right there at Hondo.
Most home runs against the Dodgers since 2019. Christian Walker, the D-back, 16. And Fernando, 15. Manny, 13. Fly ball headed to deep left center field. Kike Hernandez back, and look out. From center, Outman makes the catch. 2 almost collide. And Machado is retired. Outman stepping right in front of Hernandez, and they do collide a little bit. 1-0 Dodgers. Well, the Dodgers at the trade deadline, they were looking for starting pitching. Kike Hernandez comes back to the organization. Ahmed Rosario coming over from the Guardians. They get their starter in Lance Lynn. Ryan Yarbrough, who is with the Royals, and Joe Kelly returning again. So they get Hernandez and Kelly back.
Yeah. Well, the Dodgers, scoring runs, are they going to give up 5 and score 7?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the situation.
Right? But, and Donnie, you know as well as anybody, you get to the playoffs, it's all about pitching, right? It's usually the pitching that really makes you advance and get to the final game of the season, if you will.
Had a deal in place for Eduardo Rodriguez, but he had them on his list of no trade places. And despite some of his former teammates reaching out, guys like Mookie Betts, who played with him in Boston, they couldn't talk him into it. They tried to recruit him, and he would not leave Detroit. And, that is his right. It's in the contract, and that's why you put it in there. But they do have some guys coming back, which is huge, too. Clayton Kershaw's shoulder expected to return next week. Walker Buehler, Tommy John on the verge of starting a rehab assignment. So they are coming. Will Smith grounded out to second base in the first, 0 for 1. It's Smith, Peralta, and Hayward in the 4th inning. Three for 19 against Darvish is Smith. When Padres pitchers canine your canine or feline wins, Petco Vital Care members can visit participating Petco locations the next day to score a free 6-ounce wholehearted treat with an eligible purchase. Ball 3. 20th start of the year for Darvish, with David Peralta waiting on deck for LA. First 3-ball count of the night for Darvish. And this is blooped to right field. That'll get in for a base hit in front of Fernando. Leadoff single for Will Smith.
Another guy who fights off pitches. We just witnessed it right there, but puts together good at-bats and hitting at third. You've got Betts, you've got Freeman, usually getting on base to start a game. Over the course of a game, he gets his hands in nicely or fights it off. Little duck snort the opposite way.
So leadoff single, third hit for the Dodgers. And here is David Peralta. Fouls it off to the left, out of play. Flied out to left field, and Juan Soto in the first inning. So getting his second look at Yu Darvish. In his career, he's hit .370 against Darvish. 10 for 27, 3 home runs on his resume. Line to right. Fernando makes the catch and then fires to first, but Smith will easily get back and almost threw that one away as Cronenworth had to go run it down. 1 down.
Always love to see Fernando throw to the bases, especially after this line drive here. Keeps runners closer. They know that arm out there. I mean, chances are get him here. No, not good, but still. Runners will keep that in the back of their mind for a later date.
The ball was the hardest hit of this game, 111.5 off the bat of David Peralta.
So hang with him.
1 out, 1 on. Jason Hayward. Fouled out to Manny Machado, third base in the second inning.
We've talked about fastballs eating up hitters. That breaking ball right there, that sweeper, looked like it ate him up. That was well in off the plate.
Line foul. Now a quick word from Bill Howe.
You've heard our jingle, We Know How. We also know why. After 40 years, you continue to trust us. Quality and service matter. Call 1-800-BILL-HOW because
we know how.
1 out, 1 on. Jason Hayward waiting on a 1-2 pitch. And he grounds into first. Could be 2. Cronenworth to second for 1. Back to first. And not in time. That was kind of strange in developing. I don't know if Darvish was late getting over there or not. But it was Kim who ends up covering at first base on the return throw.
Yeah, a lot of moving parts right here. Jake, he's out of the picture. He's got to give it up to second base. Now, Kim on his way over, and you're right. Darvish wasn't over there in time. And he kind of knows it. My bad. Yeah.
So 2 down. Hayward at first, and it gives Chris Taylor an opportunity. Instead of the double play, here he is. Ground ball to short. Bogarts will flip it to second for the force out. That will end the inning. We're 3.5 done. 1-0 Dodgers.
Now the Dodgers lead our Padres 1-0. We are in the bottom of the 4th inning. Tonight is game 1 of 4 between the Padres and these Dodgers. And for the Dodgers, Don and Mud, you've been talking about it all night long. The injuries that we have seen in this game to pitching staffs. We learned about Joe Musgrove for the Padres before first pitch today. But for the Dodgers, 11 pitchers currently on the IL. Dustin May, his second elbow surgery. Walker Buehler, they did not expect much from him, if anything, this year. So he is out as well. And you see the other guys, all of them, I think right now, tied in knots as far as trying to get innings from a rotation. And it kind of makes you wonder, before you would see the Dodgers and they would be thirsty for the postseason any way they could get there. We saw what happened last year when they had an opportunity to rest. Remember, they had the bye. But this year, I think winning the division could be even more important to them, because right now, if they get Kershaw back and he's healthy, Julio Urias, I should say, would be their second guy. Maybe Lance Lynn is their 3, and they might have to go to a bullpen game. Donnie, in your mind, how important is it for these Dodgers to try to make sure they do win the National League West?
I would say it's very important. Looking at the situation when they get Lance Lynn, that certainly helps some things out. As we said, they wanted to get Eduardo Rodriguez as well, but it is clear that the Dodgers are in first place right now, and they weren't for a lot of this year. And the Giants and Diamondbacks up there to begin the year. Dave in his chair right now has a 2.5 game lead, but you don't want to get in a situation where your Achilles really has been the starting staff with all these injuries. That's a problem. I mean, for any playoff team in any series.
And in the Dodgers in particular, second oldest roster, right? Who's going to hold on toward the end of the season? And once again, young guys, right? As far as pitching is concerned. Now, I look at the young pitchers, and I'm thinking to if I'm a young pitcher in Miller's shoes, right? I'm pitching for a team that's almost scoring 6 runs a game. If I can keep him in the game, I kind of like my chances. And we've seen some really good stories of youngsters coming up. Hey, Michael Wacha comes to when he was with the Cardinals, coming up his rookie season, pitching in the playoffs, MVP. So I think that has a lot to do with the youngsters filling the role. But as far as this roster is concerned, staying healthy for these Dodgers, because they're the second oldest in baseball.
The one thing that will take care of that, though, as Bud mentioned, Mike, really the offense and the numbers they're putting up offensively. I mean, right now they've got to click it.
Yeah, they're out hitting everybody, tops in the league. And you look at their ERA, with 20th in baseball. It's their bullpen, though, that started off slowly. And I heard you guys talking about it before, how it's going to be maybe your bench or bullpen that carries you into postseason. Their pen right now, as beginning of July, they're tops in the National League. So their pen is coming around. But the rookies, like we're seeing with Bobby Miller, I think are an interesting bunch to watch. We've seen Emmett Sheehan, who was just sent down, and Michael Grove, also Ryan Pepio, all contributing. And while their ERAs collectively not that good, the Dodgers, how about this? 19-13 in games that are started by these rookies. So to your point, Don, they're just out hitting everybody.
Yeah, and we highlighted kind of the big four that have been doing it, but anytime you start with two. First of all, Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman really at the top of that list right now. So you know you're going to get some runs, and I think their bullpen did get a little bit better. Bringing Joe Kelly back again into the fold for the Dodgers. They tried to improve that as well, but it'll be interesting to see down the stretch on how it goes.
Well, speaking of runs, since June 20th for the Dodgers, their bullpen top 2 in Major League Baseball. So everything's coming to fruition as far as the bullpen is concerned. Now they just have to shore up that rotation.
Hey, Mud, do you think it's too much to ask of these young guys? I get it. They've gotten their feet on the fire early, so maybe they're not as intimidated. But is it too much to ask of these young guys in that Dodger rotation to do well for them down the stretch into the postseason?
I just think it's clear that, hey, guys, you're going to get the ball. See what you can do.
I think it's out of necessity, really. Yeah. I mean, they really wouldn't be here otherwise. They'd be developing still. Second base for Warren, back to first, not in time. So they get the lead runner in Bogarts on the force out.
I think Don makes a great point. It's out of necessity. So as we look at these guys here, Sheehan, as Mike mentioned, Grove, Pepio, Miller. I mean, you talk about a crop of youngsters in the minor leagues that have got some big league experience.
I'll say this about the Dodgers, though. I'm very impressed at how they develop guys. They really do. I mean, like Will Smith's a classic example. I know he's not a pitcher. But, I mean, these guys come up, and when they do come up, it's like they belong there. They're ready for the major leagues. And I think because this is different, because it's out of necessity, that they have not perhaps this core of young pitching, maybe not where normal Dodger rookies would be. Did I make you understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. And I was gonna wait for this pitch here. And Mike, do you have something to add? Go ahead.
No, I was really going to say, to Don's point, I spoke with a couple of scouts today. They said when they went down and they saw AA for the Dodgers in San Antonio, they said it was the best rotation they had ever seen in the game. In fact, they were able to deal from that depth to pick up Lance Lynn, but Miller, who, as you guys have been saying, this guy's blowing 100 effortlessly, and they can go 3-4 guys deep. Now, admittedly, they didn't want to see them all right now, but to your point, out of necessity. So here they are, getting their feet wet, and I think it is a remarkable testament to their ability not only to recognize talent, but then to develop it in the minor leagues.
And recognize is a big thing, too, for me, because even guys that are established that they get, like I think of Max Muncy is a classic example. You know, the numbers were not great in Oakland. I think of Justin Turner is now gone with the Red Sox. But, I mean, Turner turned his entire career around. It's like when the Dodgers instructors get a hold of you, they can make good things happen, I think.
I talked to Mark Pryor before the game regarding pitching. He said it starts with the scouting. They recognize, obviously, guys who can spin it, guys who can locate, guys who got a good breaking ball, whatever. They get those guys, and then they know their strengths, and they're not stubborn to say, I know my strength, and I'm going to work on something else to make me even better. That's what and that makes great sense. You get a kid who's got, he throws 102. Why should I develop a changeup? I throw 102. There are those types of personalities, right? But they get these kids, these guys, and they go off of their good stuff and they kind of refine their secondary stuff. Yeah, but Mark Pryor told me it all starts with the scouts. Tipped his hats to the scouts.
And we can all remember Noah Syndergaard might be their only real miss in the last couple of years. But when Syndergaard signed here, he said, if anybody can turn me around, it's probably the Dodgers.
Right. 3-2 pitches, ball 4 to Choi, and the Padres have 2 on. They've got lots of traffic tonight, but nothing to show for it so far.
Now, this is where the extra base hit needs to come into play.
So 2 on, 1 away, and Campusano coming up, but first a meeting at the mound. With runners on base, the Padres are 1 for 11 at the plate so far, and with runners in scoring position, they're 0 for 6. Pitch 75 coming up.
Well, second time around, right? Let's see if they get a good look at Miller. They've seen his stuff the first time around. They know what he's got. You got to use the whole field against this guy. If he's throwing 101 away, take it that way. You can't try to pull that. That's got double play written all over it.
Jumping on the first pitch and carving it foul off to the right out of play. Campusano fouled out to the catcher Will Smith in the second inning. His second look at Bobby Miller. On the ground, base hit into right field. Cronenworth being sent around. He will score, and this game is tied. Luis Campusano getting it done.
Matt Williams needs some company down there. Yeah, just a quick hello will be fine. As talking about using the whole field, how about Campusano getting the hands in and punching it through the right side on that hole? Matt Williams gives him the go sign. Just a quick hello. Hey, how you doing? Take it on home. That's good hitting.
First and second with one away. Well, first time through against Miller, 255. Second time through, 211. Third time through, 273 opponent averages. We are to the end of the line, second time through here with Grisham. Flied out deeply to the warning track in center field in the second inning. Strike one. Joe Kelly up in the pen. Mentioned returning to the Dodgers again. Slaps it foul off to the left on a play, and it's 0-2. Choi at second, Campusano at first. Run in. Padres have tied the score here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Now looking for more. 99 but missing. Two and two.
Trying to crowd Grisham. Last two pitches. Trying to tie him up.
Another 80 pitches deep. That guy's aware.
Yep.
99 crowding him again. Top of the order, Kim waiting on deck. He's trying to work too quickly there. Choi at second, Campusano at first with one out, run in. Payoff pitch. And a grounder softly by the mound. Betts to second for one, to first. It's late. Well, the heart and hustle winner for the Padres. Well, he's shown some heart and some hustle tonight. He's got two hits, stolen base.
So fun to watch. Every part of his game. The fans love him. They think he's a righteous dude.
Well, Dave Roberts has just popped out of the dugout. 82 pitches for Miller, and that's going to do it. So the end of the night for the Dodgers starter. Padres have tied the score 1-1. We're in the midst to the bottom of the fourth inning. The pitching change from Petco Park. Keep your your summer going with 10 straight Padres games, August 14th through the 23rd, when the Orioles, Diamondbacks, and Marlins come to town. With 2 all-fan giveaways and several other promotions. Learn more at Padres.com/tickets. Joe Kelly back with the Dodgers.
The erstwhile Cardinal, Red Sox, Dodger, White Sox, now, as Donnie mentioned, again wearing the Dodger blue. Enters his 33rd game, trying to bolster that bullpen, stop the bleeding here. ERA under 5. Hard sinker. A lot of movement out of the hand of Joe Kelly.
82 total pitches for Miller, who departs responsible for the runners on. Choi, who is at third, Grisham at first, and here's Kim. And so 82 pitches in 2 2/3, 3 2/3. Through 18 pitches in the first, 22 in the second, 18 in the third, and 23 in the fourth before he leaves. Lots of traffic. Padres have stranded 4 through the first 3. That'll get away. Here comes Choi. He will score. Padres take a 2-1 lead. Pass ball charged to Will Smith.
You know, that's a tough pass ball. Mr. Vegas,
Cha-Cha Vegas.
I think that's a wild pitch. You got a guy throwing in the 90s. You're anticipating something down and away, and then all of a sudden that one's launched up. I think personally that's a tough pitch to catch. Either way you look at it, it spells a run for San Diego.
Kim softly lined and caught by Betts to end the inning. Well, Luis Campusano with a base hit would score Cronenworth, and the Padres tie the score, then go ahead on a pass ball. It's 2-1 Padres at the end of 4. Now it's time for the Callaway Kings of Distance, and James Outman, 385 feet. 104.6 on the exit velocity, 31 degrees on the launch angle on the home run.
You see how short and quick he was to that baseball, Donnie? I mean,
very.
Not a really big follow through. He just got to it and pummeled it.
Well, he is 2 for 18 this season against the Padres, and both hits, they're home runs. Darvish missing for ball 1. Outman now has 13 home runs on the year. I think he went around. He did. Might have been a called strike anyway.
Oh, if he hits it, it's a double.
Might go out.
I think that's one of the recordings on the bobblehead.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. If he hits it, it's a double. Need a punch out right here to start.
August 17th and 18th. Did we mention that?
Yeah, it's a theme game, right?
Theme game.
So what's that mean, Donnie?
You got to get a theme game ticket for the bobblehead.
So get with it.
August 17th, August 18th. Get yours now. One-two pitch. Skips in, 2-2. I've been growing up a Giants fan from San Mateo, California.
Yes, he did.
Did he go? Yeah, he did. Adam Beck, third base umpire, rings him up. Second strikeout for Yu Darvish starts the 5th.
Let's check it out. Oh, yeah, that's a big time go.
He didn't think so.
Doesn't matter what he thinks.
One down. Here's Ahmed Rosario. Strike one. Outside corner. Paint 94.
Hey, when Beck says you went, it's a lost cause to argue.
0-2. Swinging at his tap foul off of Campusano.
I'm glad he's smiling. Now it's bad. Wow.
The 0-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Back-to-back Ks for Darvish. 2 down.
Beautiful sweeper right there. Beautiful pitch. Bad swing. Out of the hand. Looks like it's right down the middle. Way off balance is Rosario.
So Darvish, who's not necessarily been ahead a lot, first pitch strikes to 9 of 17.
That's why I think first pitch strikes are overrated. Hey, some of those strikes should be right down the middle and rat-tat-tat it off the wall, right? I mean, you get a guy who's throwing 50% first pitch strikes, okay, falling behind, but then locating to the next pitch, third pitch, getting it out. That's bouncing back. That's making the adjustment.
Grounded over the mound towards short. Bogart's on the run and in time. So 1, 2, 3, 5th for you, Darvish. We're halfway through when we come back. Fernando Tatis Jr. will lead it off from San Diego to be followed by Soto and Machado. Oh yeah, it's Padres baseball is brought to you by Circa Las Vegas and by Pacifico. Live life, anchors up. Padres have a 2-1 lead over the Dodgers as we move to the last of the 5th. Fernando leading it off and drops the bat, ducks for cover.
That's that sinker, that two-seamer riding in from Joe Kelly.
Ooh, very close to that back elbow.
Yep.
Down the right field line, foul.
That's a hundo.
Well, Joe K's got that.
Yep. By the way, there are things that players do over the course of their career, right, that stick out. You know where I'm going with this.
I do.
I love it. I mean, now every time I think of Joe Kelly, lower lip Joe, right, to Carlos Correa with the Astros, walking off the field. I love that. It was perfect. So I'm going to remember Joe Kelly for the rest of my life.
So his top foul.
This is low lip Joe.
It's a little different for me. I spent a couple of years with him in Boston, so that won't be the lasting memory I have of Joe Kelly. But it was a good one. I will give you that.
That's ingrained in my mind. Big games.
It was after the Astros had been caught cheating. He was involved in a pretty memorable brawl with the Yankees at Fenway Park. Pretty memorable. 1-2. Popped up foul off to the right out of play.
Any punches thrown, or was it just a lot of hugging?
Oh, no. He was. He got charged. And there was some stuff.
A lot of sinkers, a lot of sliders. Both sides of the plate, in, away to Fernando.
It's fouled off 4 so far. And that one got him.
Come on.
99, and it got Fernando.
Foul ball?
Oh no, foul ball. Didn't get Fernando. That's something.
Wow.
They're checking on it.
Off the knob first, huh? Yeah. I'll tell you what, though. Here's what I have an issue with. You start throwing up and in like that. I mean, down and in, around the belt buckle, whatever, but up and in like that, that could be dangerous.
One-two pitch. And that's strike three. That's nasty. Hondo.
Yeah, especially after coming up and in like he did.
There you go up and in, and then have the lane changer at 100. Fernando's out number one here in the bottom of the fifth. There's Juan Soto. First time tonight, Padres do not have the lead runner on to begin an inning. First 4 innings they did. A strikeout of Tatis here in the fifth. Soto now, Machado next. Padres batting last of the fifth. What's that hitter to be looking out at Joe Kelly? Missing inside of the 99. Kawhi Leonard in the house tonight.
Oh yeah, two-time NBA champion, two-time NBA Finals MVP, 5-time All-Star. Can go on and on and on. All-Star Game MVP, Aztec for life.
One out, one on for Manny Machado. Strike one, and that looked to be outside.
Yeah.
And double checking.
Yeah, it didn't have to be.
We're against Kelly, 7 for 22, 318. On the ground through the left side into left field, a base hit. Soto up to second, Machado at first with one away.
Well, if you're going to throw Manny an off-speed pitch, that'd be a good one. That's one that he could have deposited in the left field stands into a sea of San Diegans. This one's topped. It's the two-hopper. This is where the Padres need the extra base hit. Only one tonight, the double by Jake.
So as far as base runners go, the Padres have had 11 reach. The Dodgers only 3. First and second, one away. Last time up, Bogarts with the infield hit. And tonight he is 2 for 2, but it was his 19th infield hit. And that leads Major League Baseball in infield hits. Next pitch will be the 20th in relief for Joe Kelly. Got the final out of the 4th. Back out here for the 5th. And that's strike one to Bogarts. On the ground, back to the mound. Kelly fires to second for one, on to first. Low throw, that's 2. And that is the inning. 2-1 Padres after 5. Padres and Oris have a great partnership going here in San Diego, and we just got this amazing gift from Oris, and we'd like to thank them very much. Beautiful watches,
yes.
And we thank you, and we value the partnership that you have with the San Diego Padres. Thank you very much.
Yes, Oris top notch. You got to be on time, right, Donnie? Woo. So we're going to be on time now for everything.
Yes.
No reasons, excuses for being late. Thank you, Oris. And thank you for your support of Padre baseball.
11-game hitting streak for Mookie Betts. Check swing. He went, according to John Bacon, first base umpire. Check swing. That time he did not go, and they won't even check. You know, Jeff Prott's our good friend. He comes up with the different stuff
from
time to time on different players. I take a look at the scoreboard every now and again. That is to second, and what a pick by Kim. Four to 3 on the putout. Kim with another great play at second base. So it was a tough hop.
He's been doing it in the leadoff position. He's even checking out the big board to watch the replay, and why not? There's the short hop, plenty of time, squares up. The old 4-3 play. It's worth another look. Got to be another angle. That's sweet.
One down in the 6th. So anyway, the fun fact on Mookie Betts was that anytime the team goes to Milwaukee, and I'm not going to name the hotel, there have been rumors for years about hauntings going on in that hotel. So he gets an Airbnb when the Dodgers are in Milwaukee.
Wow. Yeah. That's going off the grid, huh?
Does not stay at the team hotel just in case. I don't know that he's ever seen, you know, a ghost or anything, but he's not going to take any chances. Not going to stay there. That's a fun fact.
Yeah, that's nice job, Jeff.
Freeman taps it foul. Down 0-2.
Boy, pitching and defense, right? This ball game. That's what's winning you championships. That's for sure.
These are the games the Padres have had trouble in. The one-run close games that they were so dominant in a year ago.
In games like this, it boils down to that one little mistake. It might be a base running mistake. It might be a throwing error. It might be a mental mistake. One bad pitch.
High fly ball, center field. Grisham moves over and back to make the catch for out number 2. And now a quick word from Kia. So 2 down for Will Smith. He's got one of the 3 Dodgers hits in this game. The single to right off Yu Darvish his last time up. 1 for 2 in the game. In there for a strike. .68 total pitches, 52 of which for strikes for Darvish. Throwing a lot of strikes. Calling his game per usual. Putting down what he wants to do. Swing and a miss. That one's by him, and it's 2-2. Strike three call. Another 1-2-3 inning for Darvish. Second in a row. 4 strikeouts for Darvish. We come back to San Diego. Jay Cronenworth's going to lead it off for the Padres, who have a 2-1 lead.
Welcome back. Padres with a 2-1 lead over the Dodgers. And what's going to be a question now for the Friars is, can they add on to this lead against the Dodgers bullpen? The good news is they've been doing a much better job of that since July 1st. How much better have they been doing? Well, prior to July 1st, the OPS against bullpens in the rest of the league was only .664. That ranked 24th in all of Major League Baseball. But since July 1st, .937 OPS. That's the best in all of Major League Baseball. And guys, I ask you, how many times did we see early in the season where the Friars were able to score some runs early, and that was it for the rest of the ball game? It's been a little bit of a different story of late.
Yeah, they would. It seemed like you had a 3-0 lead a bunch there for a while, and it just sort of stopped, and then gave the other team the opportunity to come back, which they did most times.
I don't know whether it was a case of the opposing pitchers knowing the weak spots of the hitters and shutting them down, or maybe the other side of it, the Padre hitters maybe adding pressure to themselves. Who knows? Seems like that tide is turning. Stay on that course.
I can tell you one thing that they have been doing better, guys, is they've been getting to the fastball much better. .221 average prior to July 1st against fastballs coming out of the bullpen. Since then, .304. That's a huge difference.
This will drop foul harmlessly, as it turned out.
And you know, you've got to get to the fastball against some of these bullpens with those hard throwers.
And there are many out there.
Oh, yeah.
Seems like everybody's got a few guys coming out of the pen throwing a hundo. Tonight's starter for the Dodgers is throwing a hundo. 1. Alex Vessier into the game here now for the Dodgers.
36 game for Alex. Winless, high ERA, but very integral part of that Dodger bullpen. Valuable as a lefty. Pointed to the .302. And the one thing that sticks out, more strikeouts than innings pitched. Look at, there's a strikeout there, 46 in 30 frames. A high whip as well. And he's from Alpine.
Whoa.
Yep.
Wow.
Grew up in the Pine.
Is he a neighbor? I know the Pine's large.
Yeah. I watched Alex as a kid. He played Little League with my son. Alpine Little League. Went on to Steel Canyon. Pitched for the Cougars. Good kid.
Fouled off down the left field line, out of play.
Something you'd appreciate, Donald. Alex and my son Andrew, as kids in high school, they go to Palo Verde Lake and wet the line, go fishing.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Some good bass in that lake out there in East County.
I've never been invited. I would love to go up there.
I'm sure you have. Oh, yeah.
Never been invited to the Grants.
Okay.
2-2. Foul back to the screen. Well, the matchup that we will never forget. Game 4 of the NLDS, and the big hit for Cronenworth. Soto sliding across.
That was so exciting.
2-2 pitch. High fly ball down the left field line. Hernandez over into foul ground to make the catch for out number 1. So 1 out for Ji-Man Choi. He struck out swinging in the 2nd, walked in the 4th inning. Choi has been a big leaguer since 2016. Broke in with the Angels. Was a Yankee, went to Milwaukee. The longest he spent anywhere was Tampa Bay. Was with the Rays for parts of 5 seasons. Pittsburgh and now San Diego this year for Choi.
Hey, we've seen players who have kind of scuffled a little bit, a little fuzzy during the season. Then the trade deadline comes along, they get traded, and they just go off.
Most home runs in any season at 19 back in 2019 for the Rays. Strike called, outside edge. Left-handers are hitting at 293 against Vesia.
You know, I look at numbers like that, Donnie, and I think of one thing: middle away. He's always pounding maybe the left-handers away. Doesn't really pitch inside. And when you think about it, lefties on lefties, majority of them are away all the time. If inside like that one up a little bit, little middle in, but I don't think that one was by design. It's fastballs away, breaking balls away. I'm not saying that is every left-handed pitcher against left-handed hitters. Seems to be a theme, though.
Ball 3. You know, you and I have fun with nicknames.
Right.
Usually try to come up with your own.
Right.
MLB now is putting out what each guy's nickname is, part of their bio.
What do you got?
G-Man Choi. He's G-Money.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait to introduce myself. What up, G?
G-Money.
Yeah, G-Money in the house. I love that. That's great.
Payoff pitch to G-Money. That's ball 4. It's the second walk for Choi tonight. Down to first he goes, 1 away, and that'll bring up Luis Campusano. And an RBI single, which tied the game at the time back in the 4th inning. Both runs the Padres have charged to the Dodgers starter, Bobby Miller. So 3 plate appearances for G-Man. 18 pitches.
Wow.
Yeah, seen a lot of pitches.
Yeah.
And hit is Campusano. Slider gets in. And all of a sudden, a walk and a hit batsman, and the Padres have 2 on with 1 away.
They have got to make this hurt. There's the breaking ball on the kneecap.
Two on, 1 away. Trent Grisham. On the ground up the middle into right center field, a base hit. Here comes Choi around. Padres have a 3-1 lead. Trent Grisham with an RBI single.
First pitch hacking for Trent. And on the season, first pitch thrown, ball in play, 357 average, 2 home runs. Now 11 for 29. He finds the hole. G-Money scores. He cashes in.
Two on, 1 away, a run in. Here's Ha-Sung Kim. 2-hit night already. Base hit to right, base hit to left, also has a stolen base. Strike 1. Campusano at second, Grisham at first. One out here in the Padres 6th inning. th pitch of the inning coming up here for Vesia. To right, and right at Hayward. Makes the catch for out number 2. The MLB.TV trade deadline sale lets you follow your favorite players wherever they go for only $34.99. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Sale ends August 6th. Visit MLB.TV for details. 2 down in the 6th inning. Runners at first and second. And here is Fernando. 0 for 3. Slide to center, pop to second, struck out looking. The Dodgers leading the season series 5-1 so far. And they had outscored the Padres 21-12. Padres have out-hit the Dodgers 46-34 in those 6 games.
More slugging probably from the Dodger blue, right?
Yep. Popped up, foul ground. Freeman going as far as he can. Over to make the catch. And to end the inning, the Padres tack on another run. We've played 6, 3-1 San Diego.
Talking about Yu Darvish tonight, right? He's got a repertoire of pitches that the hitters really don't know what's going to be coming because of guessing game. Well, tonight it's been the sweeper. When he's throwing the sweeper, a lot of swings and misses, and then he will mix that fastball in there. Throwing 13 fastballs, 19 sweepers, and he's mixing in that other stuff too. The cut fastball, the curveball, the splitter for show. It's been the sweeper and the four-seamer for Doe. 4 strikeouts. No, it's not lighting him up, but still. He's only surrendered 3 hits and given up 1 run.
1 through 4 hitters, 275 this season, but 2 for 11 with just 2 singles in tonight's game against Darvish. And this is towards right center. Fernando's not going to get this one. 1 hops up into the seats. The rule book double. David Peralta with a double to start the top of the 7th inning against Darvish.
Four-seamer that has movement, but over the heart of the plate. So Campusano was set up inside. He wanted to start that one off the plate, catch the inside corner, and as Donnie mentioned, there's the rule book double. Got some work to do.
Jason Hayward has fouled out to third, grounded into a fielder's choice. He's been struggling at the plate, very quiet lately. Last 16 games at 164. This is pitch 75 for Yu Darvish of his outing. So the pitch count in great shape here as he works in the 7th inning. 75 of which 57 are for strikes.
That's beautiful.
Foul back, 1-2. It's time now for our Coors Light beating the pressure. Highest OPS with runners in scoring position this season. The Dodgers at 839. The Braves second, as good as they've been this year, which is great. On the ground to first base, Cronenworth took a look towards third, but they'll tag the bag at first to get the shore out. As on to third goes Peralta. One out, runner at third, and Chris Taylor coming up. Taylor 0 for 2 has struck out swinging and grounded into a fielder's choice. Fly ball, shallow center. Kim, the second baseman's back, and he'll make the catch. 2 down. Big out right there of Taylor. That runner still at third in Peralta.
And swinging early, eh? That's a big out.
Padres have action in the pen for the first time tonight. Robert Suarez first up. Doing some dancing down the third baseline is David Peralta. Softly lined, and it's a base hit. And he knocks it down. Run will score. And it's a one-run game again. James Outman with his second hit and second RBI.
Tell you what, you take a look at this pitch. Talk about fighting one off. He wants it in. It's up and in. Down below the barrel. And Manny does his best, trying to barehand it. Outman runs pretty well, too, even if he feels that one. No way they're going to get him at first base, but a good effort.
Outman goes right away. The pitch is high. The throw will be not in time. Stolen base for Outman.
Oh.
Tying run in scoring position.
Well, that kid can run. Nice pop-up slide.
Ahmed Rosario. Ball 2. He is 0 for 2 so far tonight. He's popped out his second, struck out swinging. Chop to third. Machado charges in, throws him out. Dodgers get a run. It's 3-2 Padres. When we come back, it'll be time to shuffle. Juan Soto will lead it off in San Diego.
Juan Soto, when you hot, you hot.
Continues to tear the cover off the ball.
Juan Soto's recent tear continues. It is back, and that ball is gone. Very gone.
Big boys last for Juan Soto.
You're looking at him, number 22, Juan Soto.
Juan Soto is going to lead it off here in the last half of the 7th inning with the Padres on top 3-2. Kawhi Leonard checking it all out here as Soto gets ready. They'll be facing a new pitcher, Ryan Brazier, the veteran, into the game.
Signed a minor league contract with the Dodgers on June 4th. He pitched in Oklahoma City, began the season with the Boston Red Sox at an ERA over 7. And this season enters his 38th game.
Soto 0 for 2 with a walk. 2 strikeouts when looking twice. And that was against the starter, Bobby Miller. Popped up left side of the infield. Chris Taylor will make the catch for out number 1. Very unusual to see Soto gone after just 1 pitch.
Yep. Well, Brazier's been around. He's got the 14 fastball, the slider, the sinker, and the cutter. About mid-90s.
And he 1 for 3, single to left his last time up. It's a piece of the home plate umpire, Dan Iasanya.
Oh,
right off the bare arm.
Bring back the pillow.
be okay. Easy for me to say. Fly ball, right field. Jason Hayward will make the catch for out number 2. This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the Office of the Commissioner of Baseball. May not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent.
Are you admiring that one yourself? Why not? Why not?
It's quite good.
I agree.
2 down. There's Xander.
Padres need some 2-out lightning right here.
Bogart's grounding into a double play his last time up. 16th. That leads the Padres. National League leading, in fact. 16 grounded into double plays. Grounded foul outside of third. Tonight's attendance 42,930. 42,930. The 46th sellout of the season at Petco Park. Game 1 of a 4-game homestand and series against the Dodgers. Swing and a miss, and Bogart strikes out. It's a quick 7th. We're going to the 8th. 3-2. Padres on top by a run. Teams that are ahead of the Padres, and they pretty much lost across the board. So this is good news for the most part. The Twins beat the Diamondbacks 3-2. The Rangers beating the Marlins 6-2. The Pirates down the Brewers 8-4, and the Royals able to beat the Phillies 7-5. So where does that put the Padres at the moment? Well, they are 3.5 games back. They win this game, and they're 3 games back of a bunched up wild card scenario.
Okay, there are must wins, and then there are games you whatever that term sometimes overused. Tonight's a must win for me.
Okay.
You see those games and those teams lose, you have to win tonight.
Have to take advantage of it.
Yep.
Robert Suarez into the game here in the 8th, takes over for Yu Darvish as Kike Hernandez leads it off for LA.
All right, that bridge to Hader. First section, Suarez after Darvish enters his 7th game. Small sample size of half a dozen frames. Last time out was against the Colorado Rockies back on August 1st. He twirled an inning, gave up a hit.
Seven innings for Darvish tonight, ties his season high. He's done it 3 times. Last time was June 3rd against the Cubs. He goes 7 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, didn't walk anybody, struck out 4, and hands it off to the bullpen for the 8th. And there's a liner to left center field and a base hit. Over is Soto sliding. His throw to second base, throwing the brakes on is Hernandez, and holding him to a single. Nicely done by Juan Soto.
That was beautiful. Getting to that baseball in the gap and then firing a strike to the keystone. Here's the pitch. 4-seamer in. He wanted it down and away. Hernandez does a nice job getting on top of it. Now the race is on. Watch this throw. On the money. Beautiful.
Tying run at first base with nobody out in the 8th, and you got the big guys coming up. Mookie Betts 0 for 2 in his career against Suarez with a strikeout. 1 for 3 in tonight's game. Single back in the first inning. Inside out swing and a foul off to the right out of play. Suarez calling his own game on the pitch count.
Working down here. Get yourself a grounder. Ooh. Campusano tries to go with the backhand pick there, but somehow that ball stays in front of him. Keeping that double play in order.
In there for a strike. 2-2. A lane changer. In the dirt, nicely done to the backhand there for Campusano. Gotta be careful with breaking balls. .686, highest slugging percentage against breaking balls. His teammate J.D. Martinez in the top 5 as well. Throw to first, and the first disengagement, and Hernandez back safely.
You know, Mookie can still hit the fastball, but that goes to show you that you better locate that fastball if thrown. And as I mentioned, breaking ball down in the zone. Induce a grounder.
Runner goes, and that's ball 4. A walk to Betts. A single and a walk have started the 8th inning for the Dodgers.
This could be the at-bat, the ending of the game. And there's a lot of work to do.
Comes Ruben Niebla with Freddie Freeman coming up next.
This is a regroup. Scouting report. Anybody want to contribute? Manny, would you like to say something? Jake? Here's how we pitched him before. Freeman 0 for 3. They've done a nice job containing the Dodger first baseman. You always have to look at the double play scenario. Freddie Freeman has grounded to 7 double plays this season.
He came into tonight's game 12 for his last 17 on fire. Tonight so far 0 for 3. And in the season series against the Padres, hitting at .269. He bats with 2 on, nobody out here in the Dodgers 8th inning. And Suarez, he's 1 for 2 with a couple of walks. Nothing in 1. Fouled off to left out of play. 0-2. So he jumps ahead.
Yeah, the ideal situation obviously is the punch out right here.
But the OPS on the road. Ohtani higher. Inside out swing and diving. It's short as Bogarts. They call him out. No hop there. He made the catch in the air. Nice catch by Xander Bogarts. That just kept moving away from him, and he has to lay it out to make the grab.
Great extension. Clean catch. They quiet Freddie Freeman again, and that double play is in order with 1 out.
Will Smith, the hitter.
And once again, just a little nugget, Donnie. First and second, nobody out. No infield fly rule because that was not ordinary effort on the part of Bogarts. It's got to be ordinary effort by the infielder. That was one of those, extended plays where he went to his right. It was not a normal play, so that's why.
in the dirt, and it's 2-0. Ball and a strike with 1 out and 2 on. Kike Hernandez at second, Betts at first. Strike call.
Here's a guy who uses the whole field. He battles Will Smith. Jake Cronenworth way off the line to first base.
Inside out swing, and he sends it foul off to the right out of play.
Well, he's done that all right tonight. Will Smith in the 4th inning led off with a little duck snort to right. He'll fight it off, go the other way.
Suarez has pitched his way into a little bit of trouble here, trying to pitch his way out. Missing downstairs. Dodgers 1 for 6 with runners in scoring position in tonight's first game of this series. Hernandez at second, Betts at first, 1 away. Full count now. With Peralta waiting on deck. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. It's a big strikeout for Robert Suarez.
Sinker down. If he puts the ball in play, it's probably a ground very late on that as well. Really bad looking hack on the 2-seamer. Tremendous movement. Wow.
It's in his glove.
Yep.
Meeting at the mound as they prepare to deal with David Peralta. Peralta tonight is fly to the left, line to right, doubled and scored. Jumps ahead. Ball and a strike. A long inning for Suarez. Gave up a single to Hernandez to begin the inning, then he walked Betts, so 2 on, nobody out, and now working with 2 down. This is pitch 23 of this inning. Ahead 1 and 2, and he changed up.
Well, you got 99, and then you got that 90-mile-an-hour changeup with movement.
On the ground, a fair ball down the left field line to the corner. Around from second is Hernandez. He will score, and this game is tied. Throw back in, gets away, but no further advancement as Suarez backs it up. Dodgers have tied it up. A huge double for David Peralta.
Tell you what, Peralta just playing a nice game of cricket right there. Just hit down on that. Hitting it where it's pitched. Wow. That's a perfect example of a guy just trying to put the ball in play. And on the crack of the bat, everybody's running with 2 outs.
Ball 1 to Hayward. Now the Dodgers have the opportunity to take the lead here with runners at second and third and 2 down. 0-48 in this spot. 2 outs and runners in scoring position. Hayward just 1 for 21. But he's ahead 2-0. Missing with a curveball that time was Suarez. They want to put him on. So the intentional walk here after he got down 2-0. To load the bases, and they'll take their chances with Taylor.
Likes to swing early. He gets behind. There's a strikeout there. Swings and misses from Taylor. Time to get nasty, Suarez.
Almost hit him. One and one. Fastball by him. 98 from Suarez. So Yu Darvish will no longer be part of this decision as you got Barlow up as well as Cosgrove. Foul back 1-2. Next pitch should be 30 in this inning for Suarez. Bases filled with Dodgers, 2 down. Tie game in the 8th. Just high. Line foul. Not ahead of that changeup.
Big pitch right here. You want to get him right here. Strike out, ground out, pop up. Goes 3-2. Everybody's going to be on the move. Extra base hit. That spells trouble. Big pitch right here.
Bases loaded. 2 down here in the 8th. Full count, and it's time to party. Bases loaded, 3-2, 2 outs, and everybody will be on the move. Ball 4, and the Dodgers take the lead 4-3 on the bases loaded walk to Taylor. Here comes Bob Melvin. They intentionally walked Hayward to get to Taylor, and then they walk him too. And the Dodgers have taken the lead. Pitching change from Petco Park in San Diego, where the Dodgers have not only tied the score, but now taken the lead here in the 8th. It's 4-3 LA. Here in the top of the 8th inning, they've still got the bases loaded with 2 outs, and Suarez out, Cosgrove in.
All right, crunch time for the young left-hander. 31st game. He's getting a lot of work this year since being called up. Nice ERA, nice numbers all the way around. Opponents hitting 163 last time out for Tom was in Colorado a couple of days ago. Through an inning, struck out a couple Rockies. Nowhere to put him.
A pinch hitter coming up, J.D. Martinez coming off the bench. Nice guy to have come off your bench in a pinch hitting appearance with the bases loaded and 2 outs.
Yeah, this is one of the things we talked about off the top about the Dodgers, that strong bench.
Foul in behind the runner at third. Peralta almost hit him. Dodgers have outscored the Padres 6-1 in the 8th inning or later in this season series. They've had a flair for the dramatic this year in the season series. And did he go? Yeah, he did. Slider fooled him. And he's down 0-2.
And he's got a good one. Cosgrove definitely goes. He's in the hole.
J.D. Martinez not played since July 30th. He's had a hamstring and a groin problem.
Hey.
Almost hit him. It's that back foot slider. It almost got the back foot.
Hey. Come on now.
Again, almost hit him.
Too close for comfort. Had him now. Martinez has worked that count even. That was close.
Bases loaded. 2-2 pitch. And he fouls it to the screen. 93 and right down the middle. Well, we talked about it earlier. 1-run games have not been a friend to the Padres this year. They are 6-18, while the Dodgers also under 500, 11-12 though. 2-2. Ball 3. Time to party again. Bases loaded, full count. Everybody on the move. Ahmed Rosario waiting on deck. 40th pitch of the inning coming up. Ball 4, walks in another run. 5-3 LA.
Oh, it goes without saying, but this cannot happen. You got to have these guys earn their way on. The free passes ain't going to cut it.
3 straight.
Boy.
Ruben Niebla now coming out. 9th member of the Dodgers to bat in the inning will be Ahmed Rosario. After the meeting at the mound. Now the Dodgers have a 2-run lead. They're looking for more insurance. As they bat here in the 8th, they came into this inning trailing by a run, and so far have scored 3 times.
Got to be careful of Rosario on that first pitch. 308 average. That first pitch put in play with a homer.
For 7 innings, the Dodgers had 5 base runners reach. This inning, they've had 6. And a foul off to the right out of play. Base hit into right field. From third comes Hayward. Taylor's behind him. 2 more Dodger runs, and they lead it 7-3.
Some really good situational type hitting by Rosario here. Up and away, just takes it that way. In between the first baseman, Cronenworth, and the bag. 2 outs, crack of the bat, everybody's running, and the Dodgers adding on a 5 spot. And the walks come back to bite them.
Dodgers have batted around. Kike Hernandez got it all started with a single to left, came around to score the 3rd run for LA. They've scored 5 runs here in this inning alone. Runner goes at first, pitch is a strike and no throw. Rosario stealing second. Runners at second and third. Rip foul just beyond the Dodgers dugout, third base way. Been a 46 pitch inning right now. Not out of it yet. Fly ball, right center field. Fernando will make the catch. It puts an end to this inning. It is a 5-run inning. The Dodgers have a 7-3 lead. As we get ready for the bottom of the 8th. Come out to Petco Park on Wednesday, August 16th. First pitch set for 5:40 when the first 40,000 fans receive a Padres hoodie featuring the home pinstripes thanks to Surf Pro. Visit Padres.com/giveaways. Well, a 5-run top of the 8th inning for LA, and Caleb Ferguson takes over.
Well, a lot of breathing room right now for the Dodgers. Handing over to the pen again. 47th game for Caleb Ferguson. Good numbers, 2.83 ERA. More strikeouts than innings pitched. Owns a 16-8 Major League record, 4 saves. Overall 3.3. Left-hander out of the pen.
Well, Rojas into the game. He had pinch run for J.D. Martinez last inning. Stays in, takes over at shortstop. Rosario now at second base, moving from short to second. As Cronenworth leads it off here, a 1-for-3 night, and he gets hit with the first pitch. So Padres will have a lead runner on. Mookie Betts moves from second base to right field, and from right field to center is Jason Hayward. And we're about to see the debut of Garrett Cooper. Coming over from the Marlins. 256 this year, 13 home runs, 46 runs batted in 82 games in Miami. It's for Choi. In his debut, walked twice, scored 2 runs. Also struck out. Strike on the outside edge. So Ferguson's taking over for Ryan Brazier at a 1-2-3 7th with a strikeout. Robert Suarez allowing 5 runs tonight. His previous 19 appearances going back to last year, he allowed just 1 run. 5 tonight, and they all come in the top of the 8th.
That was the walks that did him in.
Total of 4 walks in that inning allowed by Padres pitching. 1 was intentional. It was Jason Hayward. 3 walks for Suarez, 1 for Cosgrove. And 2 of the walks RBIs with the bases loaded. Ground ball right side, diving. Rosario throws on about 10 hops, gets it there. Wow. What a play by Rosario, moving from short to second and able to retire Cooper at first base.
Well, if you love baseball, this is a play you have to admire. To his left, laying out. 1, 2, 3, got him. Just a great example, like as an infielder, just get it in the general vicinity of the big stretch, the big kid, Freddie Freeman. Good hustle by Cooper, and the Dodgers win the race on that one.
Cronenworth takes second base, 1 out of the inning. Luis Campusano. Ball 1 high. Fouled out, single to right to drive in a run in the 4th, was hit by a pitch in the 6th inning. Here he is in the 8th with 1 out. Luis Garcia up in the pen. To left. Hernandez moves over and makes the catch. 2 down. Be sure to stick around after the game for the Toyota postgame show with Mike Pomerantz and Mark Sweeney. 2 down. Cronenworth at second base, and that'll bring up Trent Grisham. An RBI singles last time up in the 6th inning. Check swing grounder foul over by the on deck circle where Ha-Sung Kim waits. Barlow back up again in the Padres pen as he was an inning ago. Ball 2. Strike 2. Ground ball right side. That'll get into right field. A base hit. Cronenworth being waved around. He will score, and it's 7-4. Second RBI single of the night for Trent Grisham.
Way to battle during that at-bat. The Padres within slam range here. That's very, very important as Grisham to the pull side. 1, 2, 3, 4 hopper. Flip the lineup. Ha-Sung Kim's doing a great job in the leadoff spot. Get something going with 2 outs.
Pryor, pitching coach out there. as they prepare to deal with Kim with 2 outs. Grisham at first, a run in. Two for 4 night for Kim. Couple singles, couple stolen bases. Ball 1. Two and 0. Action in the Dodgers pen. Evan Phillips warming.
Well, you know, he's their closer. If things get a little fuzzy here for Dave Roberts, you might see him come in here maybe for a 4-out save. Maybe. Stay tuned.
Ball 3. Fernando waits on deck. Strike call. Kim thought it might have been ball 4, but it did look to be a strike. Strike 2.
Top of the zone. Better be hacking now. That's a strike.
Foul back, and then he was hacking. And what would have been strike 3. So the count 3-2, 2 outs. Back to first goes Grisham again. He'll be off again. Ball 4. Comes Dave Roberts. Got Evan Phillips up in the pen. He's going to go get him. We're looking for 4 outs from his closer. As departing is Caleb Ferguson. We've got a pitching change from Petco Park in San Diego. Padres have gotten a run back here in the 8th. It's 7-4 LA. 7-4 Dodgers have the lead over the Padres. Limited chances remain to bring your friends and family to a Padres game. Don't wait to book a Petco Park suite or all-inclusive hospitality space for upcoming dates this September. Learn more at Padres.com/groups. Padres have runners at first and second. Fernando Tatis Jr. makes his way plateward to face Evan Phillips.
28-year-old. He sports a sweeper, a cutter, a four-seamer, and a sinker. 43rd game. Going for the 4-out save. He's got one of those this year. He's got one 5-out save. Inherits 2 runners. More strikeouts than innings pitched, and he's a strike thrower as well. Few walks, only 9 in those 40-plus innings for Evan Phillips.
So 13 out of 15 in save opportunities, but just 1 save since July 4th. Swing and a miss. So a month.
One mistake in the strike zone, a hanging slider. A hanging sweeper.
At the tying run of the plate in Fernando. Down 7-4 in the dirt. And it's 1-1.
And it looks like right from the get-go, breaky ball's away.
0 for 2 against Phillips. 6 appearances since July 4th. Only 1 run allowed. by Phillips.
Nope.
Didn't go.
Once again, a breaky ball away. That's the sweeper. Close, but no cigar.
There's a sweeper, and it's 2-2. It's a lot of sweeping.
Yes, it is.
Whoa.
Tremendous movement, good depth to it, good tilt.
Fly ball, right field, sending Betts back to the warning track to make the catch. That will end the inning. The Padres do get a run back. It's 7-4 LA. Time now for the Bill Howe play of the game. And David Peralta, the former Diamondback, able to get this double. Opened up the floodgates. They would score 5 times in the 8th inning. They were trailing by a run going into the inning, but scored 5 times. And Peralta with that big double plates a couple as they go on to get 5. And Padres get a run back in the bottom of the 8th. It is now 7-4 and second appearance for Scott Barlow in a Padres uniform.
A big inning for Scott, trailing by 3. Saw him the other day in Colorado. As we mentioned before, some saves in Kansas City. And if you need a refresher course, slider, curveball, four-seamer, and a sinker. 13 saves for the Royals this year.
Got to deal with Betts and Freeman right out of the gate. Then Will Smith, on top of the Dodgers order. Betts has been on twice, single and a walk.
You know, Donnie, there's a stat I always like to look at for pitchers, and it's strikeouts. More strikeouts than innings pitched. That's important to me. Barlow, I think, is one of those guys.
There's a liner to center field, and a base hit for Betts.
There's a strikeout in that arm. In his career, 304 innings pitched, 364 strikeouts. But the good hitters will hit the hanging breaky ball, and that's what that was there. That's a hanger there. I mean, the good thing is you hold him to a single. I mean, that's a pitch you could have done some serious damage with.
So Betts aboard to begin things here in the 9th inning, and it brings up Freddie Freeman. 8 of the last 11 Dodgers have reached. And the 8th and now the 9th. And Pisano headed out. So Barlow not hearing pitch count. He's going to take Manny's. Manny a new one. And he can hear now. Freddie Freeman will be next. Freeman held hitless in tonight's game. And will be rankings this season. Batting average 2nd. Average on the first pitch 1st. Be careful of that. Betts takes off. The pitch is Strike and actually a ball, and stealing second base is Betts.
Not wasting.
No, it was a strike. That was right the first time.
Not wasting any time. Big lead, as we've seen already tonight when Betts gets on first base. Shortstop side of the bag. And kind of slides a little, just get his hand. He stays on the bag. Foot, ooh, stays on the bag.
Stolen base has him in scoring position with nobody out here for the Dodgers in the ninth. Freeman has gone 0 for 5 just once this season, and that was opening day. And he gets hit with a pitch in. First two Dodgers have reached here in the ninth inning.
It's a spinner. That's a slider right off the kneecap. You don't want the wheels to come off here. Grounder, double play, strikeout. Keep that double play in order. No movement of the runners on the bases. Keep them at first and second, whatever you do.
Will Smith with a swing and a miss for strike one. 1 for 4 ball game. Single to right field back in the fourth inning. Strike two.
Well, having trouble with the breaking ball.
Two on, nobody out for the Dodgers here in the ninth inning. Back to the fastball and missed with it.
I think that was for show. I really do. Up like that. Not even close after throwing 2 sliders. 2 strikes. Now 1 and 2. Throw another slider right here.
Line, and that's into left center field. Betts is coming around. Freeman will be stopped. It is an RBI double, and slipping over the bag at second was Smith. It's 8-4 LA.
A slider that just wasn't down enough. I mean, it was down, but Smith has got good plate coverage. We've seen him go the other way. This is an off-speed pitch, down, away, but speeds up his bat, enabling him to hit it to the pull side, and the Dodgers adding on. Got to hold up on that line drive as Mookie scores easily.
Infield in all the way around now for the Padres. David Peralta batting. He's got 2 doubles in this game. He has scored 2 runs. Left center field. Over is Grisham to make the catch, tagging at third base and scoring the 9th Dodgers run is Freeman. Tagging at second, moving to third is Smith, and the Dodgers take a 9-4 lead. Sac fly for David Peralta.
I think the Dodgers tonight have done a nice job of situational type hitting. What I mean by that is hitting it where it's pitched. Try not to do too much. Perfect example right there off the bat of Peralta. Left-handed hitter, wafting it to left center field.
Strike to Hayward. Reached twice but does not have a hit. Reached on fielder's choice and was intentionally walked. And an 0 for 3 night for Hayward. Popped up, has Manny Machado into foul ground to make the catch, backpedaling. for out number 2. There's Chris Taylor. Struck out, grounded into a fielder's choice, popped out to second, walked and scored. Line into center field, base hit. Here comes run number 10 for LA. Chris Taylor drives this one in. Comes Bob Melvin. Well, Luis Garcia's coming into this game. It's 10-4 now. LA on top. The pitching change from Petco Park in San Diego. Four-game series between the Padres and the Dodgers, and then Sunday night baseball followed by Monday day game against the Dodgers, and the Padres will head out to Seattle and to Arizona on the next road trip with an off day mixed in between the two cities. As the Padres schedule, there's Luis Garcia.
Well, just to stop the bleeding right here. Inherits a runner, 2 outs. Make a good pitch here and get out of this mess. Last time out was against the Rockies. An inning. A couple of strikeouts. Gave up a hit for Luis. Very frustrating 8th and 9th for the Padres.
Ground ball left side. Machado will go to first for the out that puts an end to this inning. 3 more runs for the Dodgers. They've taken a 10-4 lead. 10-4. Dodgers on top of the Padres. We go to the bottom of the 9th inning at Petco Park. Evan Phillips came in to get the final out of the 8th. He's back out there to start the 9th. And it'll be Juan Soto, Manny Machado, and Xander Bogaerts scheduled to bat in the inning.
Got a lot of work to do.
Soto 0 for 3 with a walk. So from the 7th inning on, the Dodgers outscored the Padres 9-1. Padres had the lead going into the 8th inning. There's a pop-up foul ground. Smith racing over to his own dugout and almost had the play off his glove.
Ball looked like it was going to be in the box, so the fan there, as he reaches over.
Box seats.
Yeah. And you know what? Credit home plate umpire Dan Iassogna. He was right there by the screen to get a good look at that, indicating safe, no interference right there by the fan.
High fly ball, deep left field. Back goes Hernandez. Gone. A home run. The opposite field shot for Juan Soto, his 24th of the year. It's now 10-5 LA.
Taking the 2-seamer right down the middle the opposite way. Seen that before. And that's the beauty. If you're looking at the way the Dodgers are set up, you give up the home run, you're still up by 5. A lot of room for mistakes.
And Machado will take a strike.
you know, you'd rather give up the solo shot rather than walking a guy or two and then giving up the big hit. You know, Phillips is just saying, I'm going right after these guys.
And he did not agree with that and didn't appear to be a strike. 0-2. The pop-up left side. Rojas makes the catch for out number 1. So for Juan Soto, 8th home run in the last 13 games. One out in the 9th, and here is Xander Bogaerts. 2 for 4 in Xander. And the recipient of strike 1. Strike 2. That sweeper. It starts sweeping. It's pretty nasty. Laid off at that time. In the air, back at first. Freddie Freeman in foul ground will make the catch for out number 2. Two down, and that'll bring up Jake Cronenworth. One hopper, Rojas on the backhand. The throw is good, and the ball game is over. The Dodgers have taken game 1 of the series as they come from behind, down 3-1 to win this game 10-5. And a deflating loss for the Padres, to say the least. Had the lead pretty much the majority of the game, but it is the LA Dodgers who come up big with 5 runs in the 8th, 3 runs in the 9th, and they win this one by a final of 10-5. Thank you for watching Padres baseball, presented by Major League Baseball. For Mark Grant, Mike Pomerantz, and Bob Scanlon, I'm Don Orsillo. Now stay tuned for the Padres postgame show presented by your San Diego County Toyota dealers.